Well, hello there. It is time for us to talk about working with families. Yay! A truth, a principle that I want you to understand as a teacher of young children. You cannot effectively teach those children without going through the family. Young children love their families even when their family members are abusive. And so you have to give positive intent and attribute positive energy and love and care towards the children's family. I will tell you a story. Um, a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I was teaching in a 3-year-old preschool class. And it was my first public school job. And I'd taken over the school mid-year from a long-term sub. And one of the practices that I had, as long as it was culturally appropriate for all of the children, is when it was their birthday, the class would, as a cooking activity, make cupcakes for that child. I know, cupcakes, right? Well, it was a long time ago, and I wasn't this fat. But anyway, they loved it, of course, and we would all cook, and everybody would get a turn to stir, and we would follow the written recipe that was on the chart, and it was integrating all sorts of wonderful skills. Well, Devante, it was his birthday, and all day long, we sang happy birthday to him, and we made the cupcakes, and we'd say, we're making Devante his cupcakes, and he would go, it's my birthday, Mr. Bell. Mr. Bell, it's my birthday? And he seemed really surprised. It's my birthday. Like he didn't know it was his birthday. And after the day was over, I was concerned. I double-checked the card a few times, and I thought, well, um, maybe they're of a culture that doesn't practice birthdays. And so I looked, and that it didn't have any indication of that. And then I realized I was working in a very urban, low socioeconomic school, and I realized, oh my gosh, Mama didn't tell him it was his birthday because it was the middle of the month, and food stamps don't come until a couple of weeks. I've messed it all up. I felt horrible when I came to that conclusion that perhaps that was the reason she didn't tell him. And so about a week later, no, it was 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, I was walking in the hall, and his mom was coming down the hall from seeing his older brother in the kindergarten class. And I stopped her in the hall and I said, I hope I didn't put any burden or stress on your family by celebrating Devante's birthday with him. Um, I hope I didn't mess anything up. And she looked at me and said, it's not my baby's birthday. And I thought, oh, well, good. Well, we celebrated it. She said, no, 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 no. My baby's birthday was February 17th. And I looked at her and I said, yes, ma'am, that was 2 weeks ago. And she said, sure was. Oh, my goodness, let me go tell my baby happy birthday. And she marched down the hall to tell her baby happy birthday. Now, something you need to know about this family is most of the adults in the family use drugs heavily. But that was his mama. I didn't have the right to get mad at his mother. I didn't have the right to judge her. That was his mama. And I loved her with as much love as I could give her the same way he did, so that I could reach him. Because the second a child thinks that you disrespect or do not agree with or don't get along with their family, or that their family disrespects or doesn't get along with you, they will shut down and you won't be able to teach them effectively. So that's what that story was about. Anyway, you need to learn as a teacher to understand the family's point of view and appreciate their point of view. I have a rule in my classroom. I will say yes to the family, or if I have to say no, they'll get an explanation as to why it has to be that way. And it can never be because I didn't feel like it. The other thing you need to know about families is how they communicate and the best way to communicate with them, and that they have barriers to communication. Some of them are uncomfortable talking with teachers. Some of them don't understand their roles. Some of them are way pushy. So you need to understand that and know that they mean well. They love their children, and your job is to help support them in that love.